Shedeur is the only potential star. And if you look at the first 5 weeks, it's 5 top 10 offenses, then Aaron Rodgers in Pittsburgh. There's a lot of powerful offenses. If they're dull in the first 6 weeks, because they don't have a very good roster, they're probably a 4 to 6 win team.
We saw Shedeur Sanders fall to at least day 2, which came as a surprise to a lot of people.
I think Shedeur, the star power will matter. In 90% of markets, it doesn't.
Let's get this straight right now. Shedeur Sanders didn't walk into Cleveland as a savior. He walked in with a chip on his shoulder the size of Ohio Stadium. 5th round pick, undervalued, underrated, and still undeniable. And if the Browns don't wake up soon and let this kid cook, they are about to fumble away the most naturally gifted quarterback they've had in decades.
I think so far they're handling the Shedeur Sanders stuff the right way. If you were taking number 2 overall, I think that's a freight train, man. That is something that changes, and maybe he's thrust into the position a lot sooner than what he's ready to do.
Let's talk about what's really going on behind those training camp gates. Let's break down the stats, the whispers, the politics, the chaos, because this ain't just another rookie feel-good story. This is a quarterback revolution.
All the emotion, all the hot air has been done with the media. I don't think there's anything that I can point to and say, hey, this is starting to get a little squirrely here. And it's good because there has been times where it's been June and things have gotten a little squirrely with a couple of quarterbacks in the past. I say he's already getting.
Let's start here. Cleveland's early schedule, brutal. They open against 5 top 10 offenses, then get Aaron Rodgers, then face a Steelers defense that doesn't play games. That's not a test, that's a torture chamber for any QB who's not 100% locked in. And if the Browns offense starts slow, if they stumble even a little, Shedeur's star power becomes your only option. In 90% of NFL cities, a 5th round rookie sits quietly, learns, and waits a year. But Cleveland ain't normal. This is a city that breathes quarterbacks and burns through them. If you're not producing, the crowd will turn fast. You want to talk about hype? Let's talk about what Shedeur's actually doing in college. 74% completion rate, 4,134 passing yards, 37 touchdowns, and he did all that behind an offensive line that let him get sacked 42 times. He didn't fold. He didn't complain. He balled out under fire. Now, in Browns minicamp, 77% completion rate. That's not hype, that's evolution. He's literally outpacing his college numbers against NFL defenders, even if they're second string. Meanwhile, the rest of the Browns QBs sitting around 58%. That's not a slight advantage. That's a statistical beatdown. And I hear the skeptics already. Well, it's just camp. Really? If it's just camp, why is Shedeur the only QB lighting it up? Why isn't Dillon Gabriel completing 77%? Why isn't Pickett or Flacco looking sharp? Because Shedeur is different. You want to talk about Shedeur's talent? Let's forget the arm for a second. Forget the mobility. The man's football IQ is off the charts. He reads defenses like a 10-year vet. His processing speed? Already elite. His ability to anticipate where the ball needs to go? NFL ready. We always praise the guys who run a 4.4 or throw 70 yards flat-footed, but Shedeur's superpowers are quieter, more surgical. He's the kind of quarterback who beats you from the neck up. That's what wins games in December. That's what gets you to playoffs. And that's what makes him perfect for Kevin Stefanski's system. If Stefanski wants to run the version of the offense we saw a few years ago, smart, rhythm-based, high percentage throws, Shedeur's the man. Period. Let's take a good look at the madness going on inside that quarterback room. Joe Flacco, Super Bowl MVP 10 years ago. Still solid, still sharp, but the arm is fading. Time is running out. Kenny Pickett, first rounder cast off from Pittsburgh. Still trying to prove he belongs in the league. Dillon Gabriel, the flashy rookie taken before Shedeur. But camp numbers say otherwise. 58% completion? That's not a leader, that's a liability. Then comes Shedeur. 5th round pick, no ego, no gimmicks, just throwing darts and earning respect. And here's the truth. He's outplaying every single one of them. But still, no first team reps. Still sitting behind the vets. Still getting treated like a backup. Why? Because what's happening in Cleveland isn't just football, it's politics. Kevin Stefanski is playing a dangerous game. He's keeping Shedeur buried behind the starters, and some say it's to protect the rookie. Others say it's to temper the media firestorm. But then there's a third theory, and it's loudest of all. Stefanski doesn't believe in late-round QBs. Ask Tyvis Powell. He said it clear as day, Stefanski's got a history of keeping late-round guys like Dorian Thompson-Robinson stuck in the shadows, no matter how good they look. So now the question becomes, is Stefanski slow playing a future star, or is he sabotaging him? And let me be blunt, if this is about ego or about protecting some system, then Cleveland is about to waste one of the best quarterback prospects they've had in 20 years. Let's not ignore the noise. 2 speeding tickets, 1 missed court date. Shedeur made a mistake, and the media, they pounced. Skip Bayless lit him up. Analysts said that was the reason he dropped from a first-rounder to the 5th. But here's what matters more. He owned it. He showed up, put his head down, and is working. The speeding tickets didn't shake him. The critics didn't faze him. He let the ball talk. And guess what? The ball is screaming right now. Let's talk about what's going on inside that locker room. You know who's watching every rep? Myles Garrett. You think that man throws out compliments easily? You think he's going to hype up a rookie unless it's real? He's praising Shedeur's calm, his command, his leadership. Teammates are already talking about how the energy shifts when Shedeur takes the field. And then James Jones, former NFL wideout, Super Bowl champion, gets on air and says, Shedeur Sanders is the best option for the Browns right now. Not eventually, not in a year, right now. Look, Cleveland has 2 first-round picks in 2026. They can play the long game. They can draft another QB later if this doesn't work out. But here's the question. Why gamble on a mystery box when the answer might be in your building right now? Start Shedeur now, and you gain answers. Is he the guy? Can he lead your franchise? If he's not, you move on. But if he is, you just found your future in the 5th round, and you look like geniuses. And I'm going to say this as clearly as I can. If the Browns offense stumbles early in the season, if they're 2-4 by week 6, you're going to see Shedeur Sanders under Sander. And when that happens, you'll wonder why it didn't happen sooner. Because this kid is not a project. He's not a placeholder. He's not a gimmick. He is the most complete quarterback in that building right now. And if Cleveland waits too long, if they keep giving Flacco or Pickett or Gabriel reps just to be safe, they're not being safe. They're risking everything. So now, here we are. Cleveland's at a crossroads. This fan base has been through pain, through busts, through heartbreak. But now, for the first time in a long time, you've got something real. You've got a quarterback who's built for this system. You've got a young leader who already owns the huddle. You've got a 5th rounder putting up elite numbers with no excuses, no handouts, no headlines. And the only thing standing between him and the starting job is fear. Fear of change, fear of politics, fear of what if. But I'm telling you right now, by week 8, Shedeur Sanders will be starting for the Cleveland Browns. Book it, screenshot it, clip it, frame it. Because if they don't unleash him soon, they're not just risking a season, they're risking their future. If you believe Shedeur Sanders deserves that QB1 spot, drop in the comments. And if you're tired of the Browns playing it safe, hit that like button and subscribe. We bring the heat every single week. No filters, no fluff, just football. We'll catch you in the next one.